artistic part here. I'm going to talk about music and emotion. When I say music, sound effects, and everything that comes together that emits sound, yeah? I'm Billy Mello, I'm sound designer, music producer, DJ, Brazilian, now living in Berlin, Germany. I've been doing this for 28 years, almost, something like this. And yeah, audio, music, sound effects, Foley, everything that goes inside VR, it's just about immersion. Why create music for sound design and sound design for VR? Because we don't have earlids like we have eyelids. So even if we're sleeping, if we're passing out on the floor, we still keep on listening to things going on all around us all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Trigger brain, immersion. 50% of the VR experience comes from sounds. And I'm quoting George Lucas that said that 50% of the movie comes from sound. So VR, it's almost the same, even sometimes a little bit more. And you have a better positioning also, because you understand what's going on and where. Since you have the immersive sound all around you, you can guide the user and the player to go somewhere you want, only using sound. Since you're so free on the place, you can have some sound emitters to help you focus on the experience itself. And how to create sound design in music. First of all, understand the project. What is the goal of the project? What are you going to do? Is it a video? Is it a game? Is it something that you need to have music and sound effects as the most important thing? Or is just the music and sound effects are just a help to tell the story or to make the experience more interesting? And how people can benefit of the sound implemented, once again, about the spatial stuff and everything that happens as you use sound properly on a VR project. And the most important thing of all, what is the mood intended? Do you want to scare people? Do you want to make them laugh? Do you want to make them cry? You can help getting to this point with sound for sure. Soundtracks for music to people cry and everything, something's really common. Everybody uses. So let's give some examples. Just an idea. If you can play this flower, have somebody played Flower sometime? No? Okay. Flower is a game, this game here, with this music. Very nice, cozy. You see flowers all over the field. That's the idea of the game. That's it. So, what if, we change it to black and white and change the music. Can you play the video, please? This second here. It's more like you're going to a horror field of something. It's the same video, yeah, it's just black and white and different music. So let me just go a little bit further. Simple example. Going back to the presentation, who knows, of course, everybody knows Psycho from Hitchcock, yeah? Let's remind just a little quick what the music was there. Please, the video. It's a classic, everybody remembers it. Okay, what if we just keep the same sound effects, but we change the music? Please, the other video. And then she deserved to die with this music, yeah? She wasn't the victim anymore. The real guy, the good guy, was the guy with the knife, yeah? So, just changing the music, sound effects, the same thing. And how also you can deliver music. Of course, you have lots of ways to deliver music inside VR. One of them is to give position audio for each one of them, Like this example, it's a regular music I made in stereo, then I separated every and each channel, every and each instrument into spaces around the VR experience. And then you can go near each one and listen to each one of them. So you have 6 degrees of freedom of walking and listening to each one of them. Can you play just a quick video so we can... This is the percussion, the pandero. And then you... It's in stereo, but anyway, you have the idea. Then you get near the singer. And the piano. And you can keep on walking around and you can listen to the song for like 30 times, and each time is a different way of listening to the same song, which in stereo would be kind of redundant to listen to 30 times, but in VR you can just walk around and do whatever you want. When the music is not the most important, you can use it as a background together with the ambience also. So this is a puzzle game I worked in, it's called Dragon Orbs from Sweden. And what happened here, we had just had to create the environment of the puzzle game with music and ambience. So just play a little bit of the... And also it's a timed-based game. In the end of the time, it gets a little bit more intense. This is the music. And then when you the time is going at the end, it gets a little bit more intense, so it also creates some urgency for the player to finish the game, yeah? It's a fun game, puzzle. It's available on Steam for free. The 3 first levels are free, so if you have time to download, it's a really cool game. And also role-playing. Role-playing is something I liked the most, and then when you use music as the most important thing of the game. Just like in this case here, it's a game we developed also called Beat the Rhythm. It's out now also on Steam probably next month. And we use the music as the most important thing, and if it wasn't for the music, there will be no game at all. So let's listen to, let's listen to a little bit of this. It's just like a rock band meets Beat Saber meets something you hit and whatever, and it's been developed since the beginning of 2018. But it's really fun, and if it wasn't for the music, there would be no game at all. Yeah. So important. Develop and understand the concepts. Create, arrange and organize is very important. Also know the sizes of your folders, of your files. Know how to use them properly. Choose the right side, the right WAV file, OGG file, and all these technical parts which are really important to make the game even more easy to work with, game or video or whatever, because it's really important to be concise in terms of size and everything. And then, most important, test, iterate, test, iterate, test, iterate, test it until you find the proper final project. And finally, since we don't have music all together with us all the time in our lives, we don't wake up happy and there's an orchestra playing at our room here, but we expect to have music in games and in cinemas and in movies. So in VR we also expect to have music, but in a way that it has to be balanced enough not to take you out of the immersion, but puts you in a good immersion level. So you have to be really careful about this balance of music and sound effects and everything. And please don't overdo this. If you put too much music, it's gonna be boring. If you put not that much music, it will be boring too. So find the proper balance to do this. And that's it. Thank you very much.